How's it going, everybody? This is Kenny Cummins here, chilling with Kenny C, and I'm catching up with a good friend, professional wrestler. She's been in the West, she's been in the South, she's been in the
Mhm.
Midwest, she's been everywhere. She's even been on your TV screens as well. Um, she goes by the name, she's the Killer Bay. She is Heather Monroe. How's it going,
Yeah,
Heather?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. Thank you so much for joining me. It has been 8 years since I interviewed you for the very first time.
Shut up. I was literally just talking to David about this. I was like, I remember Kenny was one of my first interviews when I was just starting out, and it was like I was after training, like so excited talking to you in the car. I was like, oh my God, someone wants to interview me.
I feel honored to that you would say that. I've been following your career for a very long time, and no matter what region you at, I'm always keeping up the Killer Bay. And then when I met you in 2020 at Shimmer, albeit the circumstances, it was still a joy to see you. And I remember when you did your entrance, you saw me with your shirt, with the shirt that I was wearing, and you pointed at me. I was like, she knows I'm here. So
Yeah.
that was good enough, even with the health scares that we had at the time. Um, so Miss Monroe, before I get into the wrestling questions, there's something I wanted to start off with. Um, you are a Green Bay Packers fan, correct?
Yes.
So, what was your thoughts on the Micah Parsons revenge game, which was an epic game? Of course, it resulted in a 40-40 tie.
Which I do not like that an NFL game can end in a tie. I would rather lose than a game end in a tie. I think they need to play college rules. I think they need to like be able to go into at least a double overtime. But I was like this at the end because I was just like so embarrassed. I was so embarrassed. I'm like, why am I like so nervous? I do not play on this team. But like, I was just like, we're better than this. The defense did not show up at all last night, hence 40-40, which is insane. It was like the second highest overtime of all time in the NFL. So I think the narrative might have gotten to Micah Parsons. I don't know.
Mm.
But the
Yeah,
defense
I
was playing
mean,
a lot better than that in the last even three games,
yeah,
even against the Browns.
yeah. I mean, it's that's a valid point as far as maybe the anticipation of this game facing your former team, the team that traded you. They was not going to pay you what you thought you wanted.
Hmm.
And anytime when somebody faces a former team, people, the media is going to say revenge, revenge, revenge. And sometimes you got to zone out that noise.
Hmm.
And I mean, of course, 40-40. It was a rough day for both defensive coordinators, if we're being honest. But
100%.
I will say he made up for it by making the big play at overtime, tackle Dak, forcing the field goal.
Yes.
So, you know, I guess
That's true. He showed up when he needed to. And
yeah,
he's there the whole time. Like there was a reason he couldn't get to plays because they knew they had to double team him the whole time.
yeah,
Like every play he had two guys on him. So
yeah,
can't blame him for that. He got out a couple times but couldn't, that one where he almost got to Dak but got like hit by
yeah,
the Cowboys player was kind of insane.
yeah. Uh, and just so you know, I am rooting. I have friends making predictions here and there. I am picking the Packers to go all the way, considering because of Micah, and point that he wants to prove.
Hmm.
We saw what happened with Saquon Barkley. You know, he went to Philly. We saw what happened. I think the same can happen with Green Bay. It's just a matter of Jordan Love taking that next step. He's got the talent. He got his money. He's got the talent around him, obviously. It's just a matter of can he take that next step, kind of like a Jalen Hurts, per se.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, and he's shown that like he can. It's just like when they can't, when they go up against defenses that like stifle them, they can't get a rhythm, and it's like
yeah,
it's not happening. But I hope you're right. I
yeah,
want to see it. Like
yeah.
it's the year. The narrative is the
Yeah.
27-year-old quarterbacks at Green Bay win Super Bowls.
Oh,
So, did you hear
Favre,
that?
yeah, Favre, Rodgers, and
And Bart
now
Starr.
the star. Okay,
Yeah, all
okay.
of them.
At the age of 27, and Jordan is currently 27 or on the verge of being 27.
He is 27.
Currently, okay.
This is the year.
I mean, I
Gotta
guess
happen.
I'm sticking with my prediction if that's the case, you know.
Yeah.
But I just want to start off with that because I know you're a Packers fan, and I've seen your tweets from time to time. So, you've had a busy 2025. I've seen you at Wrestle Arts. I know you've been wanting to win back that woman's crown per se. You was at the
Hmm.
Interstate Classic. Um, how we're in the fall season now. How you feeling about your 2025 with some of the matches and the moments you've had so far?
Yeah, it's been good. I feel like this year I've been able to wrestle a lot of new people, which is always cool. Like Rachel is somebody that I for the first time got to wrestle recently this year, and I think we have good chemistry, and I can't wait to take that belt off her again.
But I love Rachel. She is a very lovely person,
Hmm.
very positive. Very young. Literally one of the future stars of wrestling, especially in the Indiana area. But I have to say, I am. I've been paying attention to Wrestle Arts. Shout out to Zane Paisley. Shout out to everybody that's there. I am rooting for you to win that title back.
You know what's
So
up, Kenny. You
I
know what's
mean,
up.
we got history. I know.
Yeah.
I don't want you gaining on me. I don't want David gaining at me neither. So yeah. Um, there's a few shows left for us the arts, including they got the October festival coming up.
Hmm.
Ironically, on the same day as House of Heat, which you've been very active on for quite
Yes.
some time. You was a champion there. They got the show coming up, Nightmare on Elmwood, and two matches have been announced thus far. Billy Starks going up against Laney Luck, and you, Miss Monroe, will go one-on-one with AEW and Ring of Honor star Rachel Elwing, the
Hmm.
daughter of Paul Elwing, Mr. Legion of Doom, manager extraordinaire, RIP the Hawk, and Animal. So, with from the moment that this match was announced, what was going through your mind that you going one on one with another Rachel? You gotta deal with
I
another
know, I got my
Rachel.
Rachels.
It's how you feeling about that?
Yeah, oh, I'm excited. I have actually wrestled Rachel in tag team matches. So I've had two tag team matches against her, but I've never had a singles. So I'm very excited to wrestle her and, just wrestle a different style than I'm used to. And obviously, like she has a lot of knowledge in this business too, done a lot of things. So I'm always ready for the challenge when it comes to that. But yeah, I'm very excited. Actually, me and Ray Lynn at MAW last year, or the year before, I can't remember, wrestled her in ODB in a tag team match, which was one of the most fun experiences of my life because ODB, come on,
Mm-hmm.
so
Yeah.
fun. And Earl Hebner was our ref. So
Ooh.
yeah. So there was a lot of fanfare around that one. Now I think me and Rachel can get just down one on one, get into it. It'll be fun.
Yeah, that's gonna be y'all familiar with each other obviously, but now every now and then like people want single
Yeah.
matches, one on one, get the feel for each other, tell a story, and given your previous interactions with her, people have been following that. That's gonna be House of Heat, man. I've been watching their cards. I've been watching the match announcements they have. Oh, Indiana, man, like wow, they
Going
got
off.
this just not in the whole state, I should say. I'm usually at Southern Indiana, Jeffersonville specifically. I've been in Indianapolis. I was there for Royal Rumble weekend. Saw you and Laney and others. That was my first Wrestle Arts show, and I'm glad to say that I was there for that whole weekend, meeting a lot of faces, and that was my first Royal Rumble. I said if I wanted to go through
Ooh.
if I wanted to go through a Big Four PLA weekend, I wanted to go the whole way through. So I
Yeah.
was at Indianapolis from Thursday through Monday. So
Dang.
I was
That's a
there.
lot of wrestling.
Yeah, seven shows that entire weekend, and there were 13 overall. I was there for seven.
Wow.
Um,
Honestly, the Royal Rumble is top for me. It's number one. That's fun. You went to the actual Rumble, yeah?
yes, I
Yeah.
did.
The
I went.
atmosphere,
Yeah,
so cool. It's
that
so much
that
fun.
the Locals Oil Stadium, at which was at Indianapolis. That's a beautiful stadium.
Yeah.
Um, I that may have been the first time I'm in a stadium that large. Like it's one thing to see it on TV, but just to be there in person in front of 70,000 screaming fans, I don't know. It's hard to explain it. It's just a matter. You just have to go through it yourself. So
Yeah.
Royal Rumble was a goal for me, and I accomplished that. And now WrestleMania and SummerSlam going to be at Indianapolis in the next 5 6 years. Plenty of time to clean up my credit card debts and all that. And
Right.
because those, I mean, I'm gonna have to talk to TKO, man, because these prices. See, that's why I go to independent wrestling a lot. I do. It's more than just the action; it's the interaction. It's
Yeah.
get a closer look of people like yourself. So people like you are the reason why I'm still going to these shows.
Yeah.
So it's pretty amazing. Uh, so I want to talk you and David, okay?
Okay.
Because the Fab and Furious. I think I did like a Fast and Furious spinoff video there, and it looked
Yeah.
pretty, looked dope. And David, shout out to him. I interviewed him a little over a year ago. Very, very genuine dude. And I enjoyed his match with Ace Perry at
Yeah.
the at that Wrestle Arts show. So I want to talk the Fab and Furious.
Okay.
I think I know who's the Fab and who's the
Yeah.
Furious. But talk a little bit about how that came to be. What led y'all to call yourself the Fab and Furious?
I mean, that's all David. He's very creative. We actually, so when did we first start watching those movies? I had never seen the Fast and the Furious movies except for Tokyo Drift. So, when I think first moved to Chicago, we did a full-on marathon. I have now seen every single one except for 9 and 10 because I think it was before 10 came out, but we just still
Mhm.
haven't seen 9 yet because when you watch 8 Fast and the Furious movies, it's a lot.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So then we were like, we wanted to tag together, and so we were trying to come up with something, and it was like in our universe at the time. And so he came up with like a few different ideas, and that was definitely the one that we were like, yes, this is it. This is perfect. Fab and the Furious. It encompasses us perfectly. And then yeah, he hooked up one of his friends, Robert, who works for TNA and he works for a lot of big companies. He was in town and he was like, "You guys want to do a video?" And like, yeah. And it just like kind of put the whole thing together. It was perfect.
I love the videos. I love the presentation. I love seeing y'all not just individually but collectively.
Hmm.
It worked out very well, and y'all won gold together. Wrestling, like you gotta have your ride or dies, whether it's your home girls or that significant other, because you've been around the business long enough to know that how wrestling could treat people, and I just want to say I'm proud of you, for all you've done, for I feel like you deserve your flowers for everything that you have accomplished over the course of your career. And as I said in the introduction, you are well traveled.
Hmm.
You've been in multiple regions and succeed in all the regions. You've won championships. You've had high profile matches. You have done so much in this business. So anytime when I talk to people of like who stands out the most, who has that resume, who's the cream of the crop per se, I tell people it's Killer Bay Heather Monroe for everything she has done. You want a big match, you go with Heather. You want early card, mid card, main event, championship, storytelling, you go with Heather Monroe. That's what I tell people. If you see her on a card and at a city near you, it's worth the trip. I have I'm proof of that.
Yeah.
I've my money was well spent on a show that has Heather Monroe on there. So I just
Oh,
wanted to give you your flowers. That's
thank you. I really appreciate that. Been doing it for a while, so.
so. With that being said, with the longevity, how do you feel about your career up to this point? With everything that you have done, you feel like there's more things left to accomplish. You still feel like you keep going for as long as you can. How do you feel at this stage of your career right now?
I think I'm at kind of the stage where I'm just trying to like give back to the new girls that are coming up. That's why I feel like a lot of people feel safe putting me in matches with newer girls because I'm gonna be really patient with them and I'm gonna, do what I can to like elevate them. So I think like everything's kind of been given a lot of tools over my career that now I'm able to pass on to the next generation of girls, which is something that I feel like, you know, started happening when I was coming up. It was starting to be more of a like, let's all support each other kind of vibe. So I'm really happy that I came up in that era because I've heard not so nice things about previous eras, but I think I've always felt really supported by the women around me and I just want to like keep that going for the next generation of girls coming up in the business. So that's kind of where I'm at when I want to give the girls a good match and I want to teach them things about, how to succeed or how to have a good match or take care of themselves, take care of everybody else. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm appreciating being able to do that for the next generation.
That's awesome to hear. It feels like some people are willing to do that, and then some people are like hesitant or not knowing if they think they can or not.
Hmm.
You proof that hey, there's people out there that wants to be a helping hand.
Hmm.
It just takes trust. It takes just being on the same page. We was talking football earlier. Wrestling, there's a football element.
Hmm.
Even when you got people facing each other, you still trusted them to, make sure everything's good. Put on a good show, put on some good stories, and give people a show that's gonna make people remember and want to come back to said
Hmm.
shows. Um, so yeah, Heather Monroe. she is quite the killer bay, but she's a very helpful bay
Yes,
as well.
exactly.
So, so yeah. Other than Nightmare on Elmwood, which is coming up next month, what else you have on the horizon? What are some other shows that you got coming up?
I've got MAW coming up November 1st. That's in around the Minneapolis area. I don't know what city it's in. I'd have to check that. Um, but that's one of their big shows is coming up, Grand Slam, which is always a fun time. So very excited to see who I get to wrestle at that one, and I get to, go out and have fun with that crowd. I need to check and see actually. I think there's also a second show coming up. Let me check my calendar real quick.
All right.
I'm so bad at remembering things. All those years of wrestling. I don't,
That's something.
oh my gosh, yeah, I don't know. I don't have it in my calendar. But for sure MAW is coming up.
So that
November
and
1st.
yeah, November 1st
I know that's happening.
House of Heat. That's in late October.
Yes.
From what I've heard, 50% first row seats have sold out already. And yeah, I'm well, I don't have anything planned on the 25th currently. Um and seeing you're one of those premium talents. Like I
Yes.
had to travel a little far than what I'm accustomed to. But I I've been getting out of my shell as far as the long distance. It could be overwhelming. Um I've been to 83 shows this year.
Wow.
I've been to 83, and that's Ohio, Indiana, my current home, Kentucky, and Tennessee. So I've been to 83, and I'm on a crest to get to 100 before the end of the calendar year.
Ooh, you got to make up
So,
you
so
20, 20
yeah,
something,
yeah,
like
17,
17
17.
more shows.
Yeah.
You can do
So
it.
if I have to make the trip to Lafayette, Indiana, and Wrestle Arts later that same day, then that's what I have to do.
Two
And
in a day.
supporting, yeah. So I'm trying to get a pic with David because the last two times I've seen him, y'all had to leave early. So,
Yeah.
so with that being an early show, maybe, third time the charm, perhaps.
For sure.
Y'all check out Heather Monroe. She is on the X. Well, we'll call it Twitter. We're still calling it Twitter.
I
I
know,
at
right?
least I'm still calling it Twitter. Heather is me. And then she's on Instagram as well. I think at Heather Monroe. That Heather is me as
That's
well.
all. Yeah, that's all Heather is me.
Heather is me. Right to the point. Right to
Exactly.
the point. So check out Heather is me on Twitter and Instagram. She'll keep you updated on upcoming shows and merch, and tap in with the Killer Bay. Uh, Thank you so much, Heather. You've been very good to me since for 8 years now, and I'm just to see you grow and evolve as a performer has been wonderful to see, and you are inspiration to a lot of people. So you got me want to be styling, you know what I'm saying, a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, I
Get
can't
your fur
pull off.
coat.
I can't. I'm not what the fur coat. We all getting. I don't know what kind of fur coat. I see your coat is different. I got to go with the long coat.
Yeah.
That type of deal. Like, but yeah, I'll work on that. I got plenty of time to October 25th. So thank you, Heather, so much. It's great to catch up with you. And I promise it won't be another 8 years
Yeah,
before.
right.
We'll probably do once a year. So maybe once a year. So
Okay, yeah.
maybe right around Super Bowl, when the Packers
Ooh,
get in
yeah.
there, and Jordan Love holding that trophy, and Micah Parsons looking at Jerry Jones like, "You shouldn't trade me."
Yeah. I got Packers Bills. That's my Super Bowl.
Okay, yeah, they're both. Buffalo's looking good. I would say Buffalo. They always look good.
I know.
They just got to get past number 15 in Kansas City. That's their problem. That's the roadblock.
Boo, Kansas City. I'm sick of it. I'm sick
I
of
get it.
I like the Eagles. I'm sick of them too. Let's put some new talent at the top here.
Yeah. Like a wrestling show. Like at some point, you gotta get some new people in there.
Exactly,
Get,
exactly.
get your Cal Fletcher, get you some other guys in there. That's
Yeah.
ready to step up.
Fresh meat. Let's go.
Fresh meat. There you go. You take care, Heather. And looks like I'll see you in October. I'm on
Yes, you
record now.
will. All right, I appreciate it.
All right, you take care.
All right.
All right, peace. All right,
Bye.
bye.